Booyah, booyah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another session of Lekker Man Ketch-Up Tuesdays, Ketch-Up Wednesdays, Ketch-Up who the fake is. It's holiday. It's holiday. So, lekker to have you over here. This evening, quickly give me the AV. If the AV is okay, we've got Ronaldo. He missed last week, but making up for it by being earlier today. I think he was here already from 6 o'clock already, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously not active the whole time. Obviously idle in the background. And Mr. Lord Hawkey. Huh? What is it? The lost son? The prodigal son has returned. He says, evening guys, been traveling. Yeah, no, Lord Hawkey, I've been checking out all your photos which you're posting on Facebook of all the countries and the adventures you are enjoying. Global hopping. So yeah, congratulations and thank you very much for being here. It is an honor to have you inside the house. So yeah, I'm always here in spirit. Ach no, for sure. AV is okay, says Mr. Dion Nazar. Very much nice. Henry Landsberg, evening Mr. Ronaldo. Rob Fisher, Bazinga. We're going to show you some of Rob's items as per usual. We also have a segment where we go to eSig SA Classifieds. And when I popped in there, I haven't been in there for quite a while. All of a sudden saw 5 or 6 posts of Mr. Rob Fisher getting rid of stuff. And you know Mr. Rob Fisher always has got items in pristine condition. Pristine condition, I tell you. So whatever you're looking for, if it's something which you want, I will most certainly, as will all other vapors, vouch for Mr. Rob Fisher. You will not go wrong purchasing anything from him. And also at a very good price, for sure. But we'll check that out, no problem. So good evening, Mr. Rob. Let us know if you caught some big fish recently. Dion Danhauser, Ronaldo, het hom daar so, Henry Landsberg. How's it? Henry says, I missed 2 weeks in a row, but I'm caught up. How's it, everyone? Now, I'm glad you caught up. It's good that this show is actually still alive and kicking. That something is still happening in the show. But yeah, that's good. Dion Danhauser, AV is okay, Pierre Kok. Hey everyone, hello Pierre. Lekker om jou ook hier so te hê inside the house over here. Now the first thing is obviously the title of the show. And Mr. Ronaldo surprised me with a WhatsApp earlier today. And he sent me this. Good evening, Tianus Mulder. I see you inside chat as well. It's very nice of you to join. Hope you're vaping on your Purge Mech Beast 21700 tube monster while you're enjoying the specific show. Before I actually show you what Ronaldo sent me, and not that it will impact, can I say, the do-it-yourselfers that much as what it is going to impact the vendors. But that's obviously what you know, and obviously the people that do not do it yourself, the juice buyers. So I'm sure Robbie's stocking up. Not that it's really going to affect him. But yeah, he will be stocking up on a Red Bull. But yeah, 1st of June. Oh my wordy word. Who would have thought it's going to be so close on our doorstep? But in any case, I'm going to show you that in a bit. Just want to say, Henry says, shipping is always included with Uncle Rob, so prices are cheap. No, his prices is very good. Absolutely. Now, first thing which I want to quickly do is just show you the slideshow. There's not a lot of slides which I actually want to do there. But yeah, this is one thing which I came across which I actually thought was kind of lekker to see, kind of interesting to see. And this little number which you see on there, now that's not the photo of the one which I saw. I saw a different variation which I'm going to show you. And it just triggered me. It looks like something which is very comfortable in their hand. So I just thought to myself, that would be lekker op 5 plekke. So let's quickly go and just give you an idea of what this thing is called. It's called the Executive V3 Box Mod by Jap Tech. J-A-P-T-E-C-H, Jap Tech. So that's the Executive V3, and I thought it was a very nice little looking mod. Because this is the one which I actually saw. This fully translucent monster. That is fairly pricey obviously as well. But yeah, and I was just wondering when I saw that thing if the jelly box maybe didn't influence the way people are going to look at that thing. Because I mean, take nothing away from the translucent jelly box. I've still got mine and it works very well, but it's a very cheap device. So But immediately I thought of this thing, which is also as fully transparent as the jelly box. Obviously not the logo. Well, I think the jelly box had a logo on the side, but I've still got mine here somewhere. Hey, is hier so? The jelly box. Soos jy. Waar kry jy weg, ou eyster? Oh, you're at the bottom somewhere. You're at the top. The thing is, I must look at different places simultaneously. Now, here it is. There it is. This little number over here, yeah, it's got a little badging on the side as well. But what I like about that one is the positioning of the fire button, which obviously sits over there. But whereas this one's actually regulated, and I still like this mod. I still enjoy this guy. Whereas this guy's actually regulated, he's a mech. And what's interesting about that Executive V3 is that they supply you with the contacts where you can actually switch the batteries from parallel to series. So you can play around with your builds and your power delivery from that device by either deciding whether you want series, dual 18650s, or parallel dual 18650s. So that was kind of like sweet. But yeah, I think Steam Crave also brought out the mod. Was it Steam Crave? Where you can actually also switch the contact points to actually get you a series or a parallel. So it's not new, but in any case. But then I'm going to come to this. And this is actually very, very sad. I don't know, you probably all read about this guy that took his daughter into, what's a Starbucks? Some other Starbucks. But it is legit, you can go look it up there. And he was planning on passing a guy that was vaping outside Starbucks. And he asked the guy just to stop vaping, just so that him and his daughter can pass. Obviously he didn't like the vaping situation, and obviously considered his daughter in that specific situation as well. And then this punky, this vaping asshole, pulls a knife and kills the dad in front of the daughter. And it's not sucked out of the thumb. That picture which you see over there is the bastard which did it. The vaping killing asswipe that did it though. And I thought to myself, how the hell, even though the vaping product itself is still beneficial, how does this help? How does this help the cause for vaping? And there's even, well, I would almost say worse than that. The whole thing was videoed by a TikToker. And this is what the bastard looks like. That asswipe. He recorded the whole thing while it was happening. And he did nothing. He did nothing. And even afterwards, when it was finished, while the dad was there bleeding out, he was sitting there with a phone and looked at himself with the body in the background. I obviously didn't want to post that photo. I just wanted to show you the mug's face, the bastard that actually did it for clout. That is, and I told my wife, that it is worrisome what this world has actually become to. What's a desensitized people have actually become to somebody being drove over by a car, somebody busy being smacked on the street by somebody. It's just the level of the amount of videos, the visual, can I say, completeness of grossness of videos out there it's just not, can I say, limited anymore. You can go and look up everything. But this wanker even smiled. And then afterwards he posted a photo he posted a message, another video of himself, because he had a hell of a lot of backlash. And then he posted it, he said he smiled because he was basically in shock. It's the first time something like this happens, etc., etc. But he's got to admit, if he doesn't know somebody, he feels nothing for that person's death. He doesn't feel remorse, anything, sympathy, anything for that person that's being killed in his presence. How sick can you be? It's this little monkey nut that probably has got all the movies of Chucky, Chucky and Chucky's bride, and he's probably got the Friday the 13th Jason poster somewhere inside. He's not lekker in his head. And it's guys like this, that we need to get rid of. It's absolutely, I don't know how natural selection took its course so beautifully with all nature's animals, but not humans. Not humans. Unfortunately, we are not under the law and the environmental pressures of nature to allow for the best species, the best individuals of a species to evolve, obviously to survive in that specific area. We're not that, because we're just humans. We are capable of adapting to any environmental disaster. If it's cold, we just go inside the house. If it's warm, we go for a swim. If we're hungry, go steal some food. It's just crazy, maar hierdie siek hond wat julle daar so sien. I don't know. What this bloody world is coming to. And some great news which I actually heard, and I heard it from Piers Morgan. I don't know if you guys watch Piers Morgan's Uncensored. And I think it's Sebastian Coe, who's currently one of the CEOs or main konijne for the Olympics Committee. He said straight ban on these not transvestite, the transgender athletes. No, men will take part in men's events, women will take part in women's events. Forget about that people trying to confuse you and ask you, but what is a woman? What is a woman? It's a person that's been biologically born with double X chromosomes. What you do after that, the social aspect, is up to you. But biology-wise, double X chromosome, boom, you are biologically a woman, and hence compete in women's events if you want to be participate in a competitive nature. Obviously, anything else goes where you do not influence or harm somebody else's, or can I say, prestige or sportsmanship or abilities or talents, etc., etc. That's not lekker. It's not lekker. It's like the guy that entered, I think he entered in Canada. It's another video which I saw, powerlifting. And then they ook sommer benches, and he pulls up and he deadlifts and he sommer breaks all the women's records, sommer there, sommer gauw. Lach. But his man, he just decided, because apparently there was a rule there that says you will participate in the event or the category as which you identify. En dis ook decided now he's going to identify as a female. But you can see as a bliksem met 'n baard, as a beesblaas. He just decided. And then they actually had to compete. And the previous world record holder, the lady, she was there. And this guy smashed the record totally. And she still said afterwards how unfair this is. So ja, dit is nogal nie lekker nie. Dit is nogal nie lekker nie. Jacob Veldhuis, Lord Hawke, how are you doing, Timothy Victor? Timothy is out. Just Tim. Let's quickly go up here. Yeah, shipping is included, so it's always a good bargain. Yes, I need the blimey recipe before the taxes kick in. Here, mense. Yeah, now that's going to be the next thing which we're actually going to have a look at. Let's just get rid of this mug's face. Okay, and then go over here. Boom. So when I win this capture there, because I think you need to see this, ladies and gentlemen. I think you need to see this. It is scary. There it is. Okay. So what I'm going to show you now is basically what Ronaldo sent me. Mr. Reader from the good guys, the providers of the Arabian Night MTL juices, of which this one is finished, and then I can crack open the 2 fresh caramel cigars which he sent me, and this is what's left of the old Arabian Nights. And then yeah, it's one of those things. So luckily I've just purchased it in time. But check this thing out. Check this out. Let's read this together very nice and slowly. Now I'm not sure if this is a manufacture document. I doubt it, but you can go and check it up. I don't think Ronaldo would have sent it to me if somebody manufactured this thing. Because I mean, it's very easy to put SARS logo at the top right, etc. Maybe there's someone inside chat that can verify this. But now, yeah, the Minister of Finance announced in the 2022 budget, which we already know, about the excise duty on vaping products would be introduced. Nicotine and nicotine substitute solutions in vaping products will be included in the tax net with a flat excise rate duty of R2.90 per milliliter. Okay, that's a duty rate. That's not what the vendor or the juice maker is going to ask for his juice per milliliter. That's on top of it. That's how I understand it. So maybe if somebody can tell me in chat that, listen, I do not understand it, it will still be affordable to buy a 100 milliliter or 120 ml juice, bottle of juice. But as I understand it, it's going to be so shit expensive that you're not going to buy it anymore. Most people won't be able to afford it though. And I think the interesting thing is the vendors, even the suppliers of do-it-yourself concentrates and PG and VG and nicotine, etc., bottles, blah blah blah. I think they caught wind of this, because I wanted to place an order at Flavor World today for obviously one of the ingredients of Blimey, and all of a sudden it's 35 Rand more expensive. 35 Rand more expensive on a 30 ml bottle. So the bottle went from 99 to 135 all of a sudden. So it basically jumped with 36 Rand. It's more than a 30% jump. And I just decided, no. I'm not going to participate in that. I'm sorry. And I stopped immediately, closed the website, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So I think the people are starting to realize this, and now they all of a sudden starting to push up the prices as well of the flavorings. I hope that is not the damn case, because I don't think this increase in duty rate is applying to concentrates being brought in. I think it's by pre-made and commercially available juices. But as a result, tariff amendments were affected. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, obviously the next thing is that from 1 June 2023. You're reading it with me. These amendments, as publicized by the Government Gazette, are available on the SARS website. Oh, well, there are links. There are links. So if there are links, we can check out one of these links if you want. Let's check out this link quickly. Just make sure this thing is legit. SARS shall collect the excise duty on these vaping products as provided in terms of Part 2A of Schedule Number 1, blah, 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 from 1st of June 2023 as announced in the budget. So yeah, and it says manufacturers of these products are therefore required to apply for and obtain licenses for their manufacturing premises in respect of such products with SARS before 1 June 2023. And to submit their first excise duty account by 28 July 2023. Yeah, special storage warehouses in respect of such products should similarly be licensed with SARS before 1st of June. So maybe I'll try and speak to someone like Benji from Vapor Mountain. Well, it's not Vapor Mountain anymore, but Benji, New Lab Industries. And maybe he can give me some more information on this. But yeah, no, that's not lekker. Let's quickly see if that website takes you to something legit. There you go. Excise of evening revenue. No. So now? Yeah, I don't know. So in any case, but that could also still be South African Revenue Service, SARS.gov.za. Well, there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so while we're here, in any case, let's close that number over there. Okay, let's close this number over here. And let's go and look at this. Okay, now let's quickly see over here. Let's just refresh. Maybe somebody else added some things. But yeah, you can actually see in the classifieds. If you're interested in seeing what Mr. Rob Fisher is selling, there's 6 items, 246 here. Arbiter Solo RTA, Arbiter 28mm RTA, I was actually interested in that solar RTA, but then I saw somebody actually responded, and I think I read Grus 21 700 100-watt mod from Lost Vape. The Vandy Vape B3 MTL RTA. I wonder if somebody actually responded on that one, because I haven't tested the B3 yet. I've only tested the B2. The V2, I mean. Yeah, Vandy Vape Berserker V3. Couple of months, 400. Yeah, no. Maybe Rob. Maybe I must. No. Nobody's responded over here. So yeah, maybe I can give that one a little test and see how that one goes. But yeah, what else has it got here over there? Thelema DNA 250C mod, and I think it's got the black one if I'm not mistaken. And check that out over there. Big pictures. There's the mod. You can see, as I said, these things are in pristine condition. No one's actually responded on there. Now remember, this is the DNA 250C mod, ne? DNA 250C for 2000. So there you go. Culling the herd, shipping by courier guy included. Boom shakala, easy as pie. And then he's got this Hera, in case nobody knows what the Hera looks like. There's that number. He's got that for 700. There you go. 700 kissers. So there's Mr. Rod Fisher. So contact him via eSigSA, or you can somehow probably type inside chat here if you're interested in that. Okay, now the next one I must just maximize before I actually show that, as not to get nailed by someone. Because you know the people. You must know the people, how they are. Okay, let's quickly just go to chat and see what's going on in chat. I don't want to miss anything. You also obviously what it's all about in any case. So Timothy, ja, lekker om jou hier so te hê. Ons het dit klaar vir julle gesê daar. Where did this happen? It was something in America. You can actually just type it in. I can actually just, okay, now I've got this thing maximized. But alright, no, I'll quickly type it in. But you can just type father killed by vapor, Starbucks, boom, and it comes up. That picture obviously is where the people were taking this bastard away. Okay. Okay. Now, the next thing which I actually want, I want to go to chat. Quickly. We'll make a plan and see to the end your packet of juices to the UK before the 1st of June, eh? Before the 1st of June. All it takes is a little respect for others. Yeah, but yeah, the thing is, this oak was sitting in front of the Starbucks. He was hanging around in front of Starbucks, vaping away. By the way, what am I vaping tonight? Still got the Lab on top of the Pioneer. Okay, I'm still vaping this. This thing is exceptional. I love it. As I said, I just have to refill it very often. But oh yeah. Dead quiet. Dead quiet. And then still got this guy, because I'm still running this number over here. The peppermint crisp tart, the peppermint tart over here from Bevolk inside this beast. And that I'm obviously doing while I'm gaming. And then I decided to put my Arbiter 2 on top of this monkey nut. And the reason why I put it on this guy is because I'm sure you know, they've released the previous version, Smock. And I saw the previous version, Smock, on somebody's website. Now I'm going to show you that now. But I think the previous one was probably just as comfortable as this one, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is a lovely... It's such a lovely, comfortable mod, this. Absolutely, I've got no problem. But anywho, so this is what I saw. That. Now, I don't know if you guys saw Jay Hayes' live, but that is the box which he is planning to crush. All the items inside the box, well, I assume it's all the items inside the box, which he wants to crush. And he does mention a few of the mods, and he shows the mods as well as that that spade. I think he's also got a ginger something, a rebel. Yeah, that's probably the rebel. the Rebel. And he's going to crush that as well. And then I saw that smock one over there. I'm not sure what mag is that, if it's the mag, but I'm sure that is the smock one over there. But then in his video, he only crushed atomizers. And a few atomizers which he actually caught, which he decided to crush, was, okay, let me just minimize that again, because I'm done with you, was, first of all, that failure of an Icon RDA from Mike Vapes, which I totally agree with, the Armadillo, which I don't blame him for though, but then he crushed the Reload, this one, which I still think was one of the nicest RDAs back in the day. And if it was one of the nicest RDAs back in the day, this guy, that number, he crushed this one. So yeah, I know the only problem was getting off this top cap. It was hellish difficult. But if you just remove one of these O-rings and lube this guy a bit, it's not that terrible. But it is very difficult to get this thing on. I know. But otherwise, the vape was great. I didn't mind the vape. I mean, you got airflow directly from the base, from the bottom over there, which you can see. So no, this thing gave me lekker flavor. I must actually start up this little beast again some other day. And but once it's got its VGA and it's got its PG and all that kind of numbers on there, then it's not a problem as adjusting airflow as well. But it crushed this guy, which to me was actually strange. But you can go and check that out. Okay, now I want the dual airflow numbers over there, that one over there, and that one over there. Yeah. Lovely V-Guard, eh? Remember this V-Guard number. Your sweet. Yeah, now, so you can go check it out under his live videos to go and see what all he crushed and basically why he crushed it. Okay, so Jaco Veldhuis doing great, etc. Bill Bottoms, where did this happen? As I said, you can go check it up quickly. All it takes is a little respect. We'll make a plan. Message retracted. Is it true? You understand it right? Short full baby. Oh man, if I understand it right, then that's bad news. That is bad. Yeah, so I will actually have to talk to Benji. Maybe I can try and get him on the show, maybe a Zoom session with Benji, so he can actually talk about how does he maybe see the impact of this going, how it's going to change things up for them. Sure, so that is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yes, you are right. Do it yourself or safe for now. This from BLCK. Okay, Black Vapor, Ronaldo contact Black Vapor, and Black Vapor says do it yourself is safe for now. But yeah, I can't understand why Flavor will push up their concentrates, or that specific one which I want, the 36 Rand on a 30 mils from 99 to 135. That's just crazy. And I mean, it's something which is brought in bulk. I'm sure it doesn't have to be that expensive. But anywho, maybe the supplier still got totally bonkers. I've got no idea. Bill Bottoms. I like that name. Bill Bottoms is cool. Ronaldo. Hey Ronaldo, thanks for reaching out to us. As it stands, do it yourself seem to be unaffected. We are currently monitoring the situation, reviewing the information available. So yeah, thank you very much, Ronaldo. That's the message which he received from Black. Welcome Tom Kaiser's channel, to Kaiser's channel. Welcome to. In order to determine the effects of the tax, we will inform our customers with any changes that may need to be made. Goeienaand, Donnie, Uncle Rob. I'll take that V3. Here it comes somewhere here. It's somewhere V3. Yeah, Donnie, then you can let me know what you think of it. The government empowered do not know how to steal from anymore. They have bankrupted the country. I watched Carte Blanche last night. That special edition on the Eskom files. Remember Mr. Andre de Ruyter, obviously you got a lot of flack from the ANC, came out with the corruption, the level of corruption and the 4 major syndicates involved in Eskom's demise, and basically it's true. but it's very hard to prove. That's the bummer. And currently they're obviously digging into it and trying to get more info and trying to get solid evidence, etc., etc. But the thing was so hushed that it's very difficult to prove something. But then they spoke to this journalist. His name was Mr. Breakfast. And Mr. Breakfast said that, I think he said that Eskom displayed exactly what a company did or would do if they were guilty. And that is, first of all, deny it, and second of all, can I say, now he had three things which he mentioned: denied it, and then something it, and then obviously took Andre Reiter on and wanted to take him to court and things like that. But I'm telling you, the corruption here, and remember, we're working with a company that a company that determines the success of a country, yes or no. Plain and simple. If Eskom goes down, then the country goes down. All right? Because currently there is not the alternative energy power to obviously keep the economy going and growing. So yeah, Eskom goes down, country goes down. It's plain and simple. Junk status all the way. Is there anything below junk status, by the way? Anything below? And it's just so weird that you get these people that got elected for preaching how much they care for their own people, how much they care for the majorities, the poor people, etc. But obviously, we all knew. Those with a bit of intellect, those with a bit of educated background knew that they don't care. Mismanagement is going to take place, and to the detriment of the good people of South Africa, the taxpayers. And those oaks are suffering. They're suffering a hell of a lekker hou. Damn it. Basically, we're all suffering. Everything is becoming a bit more expensive. Jy skrik jou dood vir wat melk ook nou kos, jong. Sommer gewone 2 liter melk. Jo. You just basically can't go to the shop anymore with less than 200 Rand in your beursie, except if you want to go and buy a crunchy. But I don't think grocery shopping or weekly grocery shopping is going to probably cost you anything less than 2,000. It's crazy how expensive things have become. In order to determine the effects of the tax, we will inform our customers. Thank you. Bigfoot, good evening, Bigfoot. Lekker to see you over there. Donnie, I hope your e-sig name is Gru007. Hey, everyone. It is Uncle Rob. Johan Jacobs, evening, folks. Good evening, Johan. Nice to have you inside chat. Rob Fishes is winner. Goeienaand aan almal. Chantel Maree het uitgedop. Dani Jonker says scrap status. And then Ronaldo says, hi, Chantel. And that's basically that. That's all I wanted to talk about. That bastard that stabbed that vapor in front of his daughter. And then obviously the thing's gone, watch it, which Mr. J decided to go and crush. Go and check out his live. Not only promoting the growth of his channel, but it's just interesting. Maybe you see something. I can already tell you, something else which he crushed was Mike Vape's Recurve. The Recurve RDA that he crushed. And then there was something else. Oh, the RDA for vaping. The version 1, the RDA for vaping, which I thought was a great RDA. He crushed that as well. So I didn't listen to exactly why he's crushing it. But normally if something is decent, which he thinks is good, he would give it to his members, since they are such huge paying members. I assume something like that. So he obviously didn't want to give it to his members because he wasn't satisfied with the product, I assume, allegedly. So he decided probably to crush it. I've got no idea. But go and check out the video and you can give us an update next week sometime. But yeah, that's it, Mr. Mark Richardson. And then Tim Robbins. He reached out to me via WhatsApp. So I just want to thank Tim if you're watching this video afterwards. He gave me a lovely patron donation of $30. He's almost smacked into my patron. And yeah, no, so thank you very much for that. That's going to definitely come in handy, especially this weekend. We will be going away tomorrow. We're leaving at around 3 o'clock, the idea is, which means we will be getting here away at 5 o'clock, if you ask me. But we will be going away for this weekend to a little place near Veldrif, Hopefield in Cape Town, where we're going to visit as a family all the family members, daughters with their boyfriends, sisters with their whatevers, they also going to come along. So that is lekker. And then I promised my wife that I'm going to take her for a bit of crayfish. So ons gaan 'n bietjie kreef eet. That's the place. So that's good. I still rock the recurve. Yeah, there was nothing wrong. I know a lot of people like the recurve. I wasn't a huge fan of the recurve, but it was definitely not a bad REA. I just had better REAs than that, but I know it was very popular. Very popular. Now the Thelema Mini is inside the cupboard over there, the small little oakie. There it is, standing next to my E Petite. My E Petite. Nee, daar's die nommertjie. There's my E Petite on the left. I don't know if you guys can still remember the E Petite from last vape. But yeah, I'm still on hunt for another E Petite. That is actually cute. If you've got any mods with abalone inside of it, please let me know. I enjoy the abalone look of the mods. That's why I love that solo, the Thelema Solo, which I got with the abalone, which was gifted to me. Thank you very much. Still love that thing. And I've still got Hot Sig, the R2.90, if I'm not mistaken, with the abalone panels. That's there. And I think that's the only abalone stuff which I have. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I love abalone. But I know something came out with abalone panels as well. And I'm not sure if it's the E Petite. But in any case though. Be that as that may. Guys, that is what I have for this evening. Oh my goodness, I must just quickly get something here before I totally forget. Holy crap, I almost got the wrong thing over here. Because I decided to add, Mr. Voss became a member, paying member. Well, he's been a member for fucking years. But yeah, and I forgot to add his name. So I did it now. So it's over here. Just want to pick that one so his name will definitely appear. There you go. Appear on the extra. So guys, that's that. Let's see. The floor is open to you guys to tell what is going on. Chantal Marais, sorry for being working shutdown from beginning of February and still busy. Yeah, no, we understand that. We understand that. Hopefully, I'm not sure whether things is going to improve in South Africa. What is going on? I don't have any friends in the Eskom industry which can give me a heads up. I know Kuberg is working on some other massive, generator or nuclear core or whatever they're doing, but they're replacing this thing and it's going to take a few months to replace. This thing is huge, but if it's done, and then we're supposed to have much less problems of the production of energy in the Cape Town Peninsula area. So that would be absolutely awesome. The Hartsiek R150. Ja, jy's reg. Ek het nog die R150. But currently I've got these panels on my R150. Wait, where you going? Where you going, buddy boy? Awesome. These engraved panels. I still got these panels, yeah. But yeah, I know you can pull it off here at the base. And then I've got the abalone panels. And I've also got white pearl panels for this guy. But yeah, this guy is still up and running. But yeah, I think these metal engraved panels were actually done very well. Very beautiful panels. But that is what is on my... There you go. But I think this just looks cool beans. My R150. Still very neat. Slight little markings over there of the atomizer, but otherwise in very nice condition, man. Very nice condition. Okay, where's... I don't know. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. Peer. It's a good thing you mentioned. Here, kyk, die peer is alweer op het. It's a good thing. Yeah, here goes. I totally forgot about that. The bastardo. Okay, let's quickly see what is new. Hey, that's a good thing. I read the chat. Thanks for typing that in. Yeah, no, this is the R150. I decided not to get back in the day the R200 and the R233 because they were too similar. And it's not that I vape in any case higher than 100 watts on these things. So it was, to me, it was an overkill getting the others because it looks the same. Absolutely. But yeah, that is what we currently have. The last thing which we looked at was this, which I still said I was very much interested in for you people who are not here. Heerlikheid, amper vergeet ek. Peer, jou lieflike mens. And yeah, this was the dual 18650, but with a C frame. And I still said, not dual 18650, single 21700. But yeah, capable of 20 and 18650. But I would be very much interested in this for an MTL device, most certainly. I think it's going to be a very comfortable fit in the hand, so I would not have any issues. And I'm sure Dani or Ronaldo will bring in some of these mods. So that was the last thing which we actually looked at. And then we've got this, the Kylan V3. Okay, I know people's been going on about that. So if somebody's got stock, I'll definitely test out this thing for sure, just because it has got side airflow, because it has got bottom airflow. I will definitely give this a bang. And the Kylan's always produced good to very good flavor. I've got no problem. Let me just put this. Okay, go terug. Here you go, my buddy boy. Let's put that back. But yeah, there you go. Kylan V3 RTA. The service tank was equipped with a rackless base for 2 coils. And as I said, I love the fact that there's not coil pillars, posts in between the coils. I mean, here you put the coils next to one another like the Arbiter 2. So I would definitely love to give this Kylan. And you can also see it's got the top airflow intake from this to minimize any chances of leaking, or to cancel basically the chances of leaking, except if you've got O-ring problems, etc. But yeah, no, I'll definitely give this guy a go. I think it could potentially have good flavor. Absolutely. It will have good flavor, but potentially have great flavor. Massive faceted top was equipped with an air ring to protect against leaks and covered with a comfortable roll-up top cap. Quickly increase the size of this pick over here. 6 mils of juice, always absolutely welcome. Bit of knurling over there, I like it always. This, you can see this airflow ring is going to work like a charm. Huge juice fill ports, no problem there. Now this thing's going to be lekker, man. Tell you now, this thing's going to be lekker. There's the different components of this number: resin tip, top filling ring, airflow ring, adjustable juice cap. Toch al adjustable juice cap, ne? Yo, I didn't know about that. Okay, add something more interesting. But yeah, no, I think this guy could be potentially very, very nice. And something else which I actually wanted to mention to you guys. If you've got, like this guy has got Allen keys. Allen keys which I use. Where is my number 2 over here? This. I basically use this tool. Let me just minimize over here. I basically use this little Allen key tool to obviously open up the things. But then I started noticing that sometimes the Allen keys are just a bit too large for this one and just a bit too small for the next one. It does work, but if you screw it in tightly, because I enjoy to pull my coils up slightly just to add the tension into my coils, to remove slack, that you tend to start stripping your Allen keys. Now obviously I know there are extras included, but then I decided to take out this Mr. Lovely case of mine. This is a super little case of tools. And then I decided to use one of those hexagonal. I'm not sure if this little thing is going to show up now, but it's very small. No, this is okay there. Probably too small. There you could see it. There you can see one of these little numbers. Okay, so those little okies I'm starting to use on my, because it's got the thinner point which actually widens towards the back. So the little head goes in very easily, but then it catches on as you put in this little, what's it, the hexagonal, whatever you call it, multi-star. Okay, it's not a torque, is it? Torque screw? Torque screw? But that works brilliant for catching on to these Allen keys, absolutely. And I would strongly advise you to, instead of using an Allen key for an Allen key screw, is use one of these things. They tighten much better and loosen much better. But yeah, but that is just me. So let's quickly go on over here. There we go. We stuck on this lovely. I'm intrigued by this thing, man. I actually do definitely want to try this. Definitely want to try this guy. I love the look of the airflow. I love these coils, which is next to one another. As I said, I always believe that as soon as you heat up your coils, that juice is going to shoot up in all directions. And these guys with the coils directly underneath and the juice pushing out is going to be brought in by the airflow from the sides, and the juice pushing down is going to be brought up by the airflow at the bottom. You've got the best chance of concentrating airflow towards the mouthpiece. That's just my feeling. So I think this is going to be super. I want to try this. I definitely look at that. Look at those decks, man. Huh? If you can't get excited over this, what you going to get excited of? No. I think this is going to work lekker. This is going to work lekker. Lekker op 5 plekke, sê ek vir jou. 37 mil, diameter 25, Sweet but Josie, volume 6 mils. I'm up. I'm definitely going to give this guy a bash. For sure. Okay, so that's that. Okay, then we've obviously got a little number, a wide wick AirPod kit by Joytech. That's over here. So that again, if you're into these little numbers and you're looking for something with a slight different design, there you go. 12 watt board. Close this. And a very affordable price. I actually forgot. I was sent 3 systems by Nivox. Nivox sent me 3 kits. But it's all, my wife is using all of them now. She's testing them. And she vapes the crap out of them. Now, 2 of them is obviously the same, because they take the same coils, put it that way. They take the same coils, so flavor delivery is going to be different. The one's just going to be a lot cheaper, and the other one's a bit more quality. I doubt no, she's not going to have them here now. For sure, but I'll try and remember to show you next week what it actually looks like. But yeah, here you go. As I said, this guy at least is top fill, popping off the mouthpiece. The fill from the top, always a bargain. So you know you will never have juice leaking into your device. Charging via USB 0.5. As I said, it's always strange to me that they jumped from a 2 amp to a 0.5 amp. That they went down on these things. I wonder if somebody didn't start mentioning it. Because all these later devices all start with a charging current of 0.5 amps. Whether it has got to do with the longevity of the battery, the lithium ion battery, which is on the inside. Because obviously, the slower you charge it, I think the better it is for the battery, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's that little number. And then we've got the Gen 200 iTank 2 edition by Vaporesso. You see that over there, the kit was assembled from an economic 200 watt dual jar box, updated maintenance free with a capacious 8 mils of juice. Here mense, that's a lot of juice. That's a lot of juice. Okay, Gen 200 iTank edition. The box was made in bright original corporate style. Ja, kom ons sê so. Steel landing provides solid margin of 27 millimeters. No, right. So 26 mils, because I don't know a lot of 27 mil tanks, which they might as well have made it 28 mil, man. Because you get a lot of atomizers with 28 mils. The back, a removable cover was found. All right, that's great, but that's typical from Gen. We know that though. And here's all the variety of colors, which you actually interesting that you get this dark blue one for a change. Not often you see this blue variation. That's actually nice. And then they've got these flowy colors as well. But yeah, no, I kind of like this. 220. Okay. Dual 18650s. Maintenance free base and support 4 types of vaporizers. 0.2, 0.4 ohms is what you will get with it device. In addition, the GTA lineup has replenished with a new 0.15 ohm mesh copy. Also available as a separate 0.5. So maybe they're going to give you a 0.15 as well as a 0.2 and a 0.4 included inside the package. Hopefully so. Airflow is adjusted using the usual airflow ring. So yeah, dual 18650s. But I must say, I just wonder what the selling point of this thing is really, is because it looks a lot like what the previous ones basically is. So I've got no idea what exactly the difference is, what the upgrade is on this Gen. Whether it's only the tank or is it something else, got to do with the software or the chip. but it's the Gentle one, so it's got the accent chipboard inside. Lord knows, maybe some of you oaks can let us know. And then we've got this. Look at this, man. Now Robbie's going to get excited again. Centenary Mods released a Diplomat MTL. I like that name. The Diplomat MTL RTA, a single coil cigarette tank. Look at that thing. Cigarette tank receives a 5 milliliter shock resistant flask. An adjustable tight puff and a set of 3 just different interchangeable domes. So instead of having inserts, you've got 3 domes you can choose from. At the end of 2022, Spanish company Diplomat, so obviously it's going to be expensive, high quality stainless steel. But yeah, it looks nice. It looks nice. But then again, there's not many mods which has got this bling stainless steel. It's more got the matte stainless steel type of situation. Polished cylinder or unpolished stainless steel. Massive faceted top was crowned with a narrow dowel and rip tip. There you go. And that's what the deck looks like. There you go, nice and big deck. Okay, so if I look at it, juice fill ports from both sides. I just want to check out the airflow, whether it's got dual airflow. To me, it looks like single airflow. Look at that airflow ring. So yeah, I've got various sizes, but you've only got one hole on this ring. So it's basically going to be like the K-Fun lights, the K-Fun. You've only got the single. That's a bummer. Now because of that, I will give it a skip. Rob will give it a test, I'm sure, and he can let us know from that. The legs of the spiral should be placed horizontally on the platforms. Well, yeah, it's got a nice presentation, eh? Can't doubt that. Look at that presentation. That looks very nice. That looks very nice. Now this thing is glossy, huh? Oh, this is polished. Damn, that is polished. Polished up to a brim. 23mm in diameter, which I never have a problem with. I prefer the 22mm, but you do get very much success with 23 and even 24s. But yeah, that's a Diplomat. Okay, number next. We have got the Caliburn Iron Fist. There, look at this round number. You will. Portable pot system with variable wattage up to 16 watts. Adjustable puffs. The new device was dressed in a strict zinc form, so which means only zinc, with an angular rectangular silhouette. Angular rectangular. That's cool. And very compact dimensions. 3 colors. What are the colors over here? They don't say. The narrow front side was provided with 3 colored indicators, a switch, so obviously it's going to be not something adjustable with the up and down, but basically just a button press for low, medium and high, something like that. Probably 8, 12 and 16 watts. Opposite side of the bottom was occupied by a charging port, so it's a small little number, very much small, but yeah. Dimensions, 690 milliamp battery. Let's quickly check the dimensions. Yeah, no, this thing's going to be very small. 7 centimeters by 5 centimeters and then 17 wide. In width. That's wide. What do they say? Depth, width and height. Charging, 2 amp charging for this beast. Now they're going totally overboard again for the 690 milliamp battery with 2 amp charging. But alright, that's it. If you're interested in something like this, there you go. That's the Iron Fist. Let's quickly just go to chat, see if I don't miss anything. Where is the Russian website? The Ministry of Electricity was at Grootvlei last week and said that the 3 units that is not working must return to service, but it doesn't think of what it's going to cost. The 3 units that is not running is basically empty because we need space for the remaining 3 units. A grab screw. A Kylan V3 going to rock. Yeah, no, I think it's definitely going to rock. Also, these and that is pass on anything MTL. No. Rob, you must actually, just for the interest, ask Benji. to just make you a 12 milligram free base red pill. Have you ever tried it though? It would be interesting to see what you think of that though. Then you don't have to vape tobaccos. Or is it the style, the tight draw? You put too much stress on your heart, pulling TLRTA. Gen 200 is a nice smart, mine 14 months old and uses daily. Yeah. Now the gens were also beaters. The previous ones, remember the discoloration on the top of the first gen? When the heat from the atomizer started discoloring the mod at the top. And then they actually fixed it with the second releases. I love the Kylan, but the stainless tanks found that the airflow is much looser than the GM or black. No, I'll definitely get myself the black or the gunmetal version. But yeah, thanks Kaiser, great show as always. Wait, maybe there's something else. Don't see, maybe there's one thing more. Yes, we've got two more stuff. Alright, number next. The Russians are going ballistic now. The Taita X all-in-one SE kit by V-Pon. His form factors are becoming more popular and more popular, ne? Interchangeable panels, mouthpieces, a borrow tank, pair of coils powered by 21700 batteries. These things will always sell, man. There's a lot of borrow fans. A lot of borrow fans out there. So now this thing's going to be numbers. 21700, always a bargain. Always a bargain with this guy. Just not crazy about the battery latch at the bottom of there. Not a fan of that. But in any case, be that as it may, it's still a nice looking device. I like the look of this device. It looks cool. But as I said, this is not my style of vaping, unfortunately. So I tried it. I tried the billet and I didn't manage with the billet. I got the dot, tried the dot. Decent, but it's not this. This is what I have become comfortable with. But yeah, this is a nice looking device. So let's quickly go to the specs. Here's all the numbers which you can get. 84, also fairly small. 1 to 60 watts. That's nice. A 21700 max of 60 watts. You don't need anything more for MTL. So this is going to be nice. Low power wattage, restricted direct lung, etc. etc. Oh, something else which I also wanted to do this session was just 2 quick remarks which people sent me, the comments decided to send me. And last but not least is the Sonder Q pod by Vape. Now, I'm not sure you would be interested in checking out that number. Definitely not. It's nothing new there. You can go to the website and look it up for yourself. I'm not going to show you. That's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. So this is 2 comments which I actually received. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And it's actually nice to get comments like this. Okay, now the first number comes from a guy called Ryan Evans. And Ryan Evans probably watched my Arbiter 2 video. And he says, one of the best RTAs in my collection. Love it so much. With hearty, chop, fire and all kind of numbers, little icons. So that's cool. But the comment which I actually want to come to is this guy. And this is these type of comments which you really appreciate, because you're not always sure. Because when you get a product and you test it, not like the Arbiter 2 which you obviously use the whole time, or the Lab RTA, or the Berserker V2, or the Aries, or similar, the Tauren Beast RTA which you've used so many times that you know exactly the pros and cons and etc. But when you get something and you test it for a day or 2 and then make a video on it. And the one was the Meson which I actually sent Rob. So I'm glad Rob is inside the chat. But this guy says, he's called Michael Stroberg. Thank God I watched your channel. Got the Meson a few weeks ago. Whatever coil I put in there was no flavor. What I lacked the whole time was power. Put in a 2.5 millimeter 3 CFC coil, obviously. What is it, a Clapton something coil, I assume. Ohming out at 0.18 and push the wattage to 70 and boom, there it was. This monkey nut needs power. Build low and push wattage and you'll be fine. Big thank you, Kaiser. So that is actually nice to get comments like that though. It shows that you don't always talk nonsense, and sometimes you get more hits than you get misses in your videos. And that was one thing which I noticed about the Meson, and that was what I was a bit worried about sending it to Rob, because I know Rob is a low wattage vapor, and this guy actually features at high watts, and I'm glad this guy also noticed it. So that is just from my side. Okay, Oaks, that is it for Ketch-Up Wednesdays. Ketch-Up Wednesdays. MTL makes me coffee, says. And then Henry says, thanks, Kaiser, great show. RTAs for the win. Like the button. Yeah, guys, go push the like button. It's interesting. If I check out the likes for my videos, it's strange. These videos, the live videos, normally get views from 150 to 200. But the likes is only 25 or 26. The likes is always between 20 and 28. Always over there. Don't be like that now. Don't be nasty, people. Just go and poke. It takes no effort. Just go and poke the like over there. Just because I showed you some nice mods tonight, and I said that bastard, that TikToker, which clouted this whole bloody thing, it's not lekker in his head. Not lekker for sure. Alright, Oak, so I'm going to love and leave you for the evening. I'm going to say have a great weekend. I will most definitely have a nice peaceful weekend with the family. We're going to have a couple of braais. I have some pre-ordered 10 bags of wood over there, which I'm going to deliver for 5 lekker braais. So we're going to be braaiing a lot though at this place. I've never been there, so we're going to check this out. Is there anyone else that still want to say something inside chat before I love and leave you? I don't think so. Okay, Oaks, have a great one. Thank you very much for joining this evening. Much appreciated. And thanks still for supporting this channel. And that is great stuff. Cheers.